Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to F1 Manager 24 Creator Team with Brabham Racing. Tonight, it's round 19. We are heading to the Circuit of the Americas, the United States Grand Prix. And I really hope we can finally put all of our recent financial issues to bed. Stop breaking shit, because we can't keep affording to replace, afford to replace stuff and work on next year's car. And it's going to come down to a choice between the two. I'm going to start sacrificing our performance in the remainder of this season to focus on next year. Yeah, if that means we have to use up what's left of our original Mark 1 parts rather than making extra Mark 2 parts, so be it. So be it. I just cannot afford to divert any more funds away from research, because we've already done far too much of that this year, and I may still yet have to buy new parts for Ricciardo for his engine, given yesterday's big shunt at Singapore. So yeah, finances have not been very kind to us this year. We'll have to really look at what we do with our sponsors next year. Try and get bigger rewards for performance, and maybe even bigger rewards for monthly payments as well, or for every 6 weeks from interactions with sponsors. We're 2 days away from Austin. Let's advance time. And let's take a look at our driver moods. They have dipped a little bit, same for our staff actually as well. Look at Ricciardo's stats. He's had a couple of bad results in a row, and as a result his pace stats have cratered a little bit. He's now down to 80 in the cornering and braking. Not ideal at all. George has dipped a little bit as well, but still that's pretty good baseline stats to work from, so he should be quick. Ricciardo's also running a slightly different spec car. We did put a few of the improvements back onto his car, but just a quick little tab like that, you can see the difference straight away in tyre preservation. 22nd on the grid for Ricciardo, 13th on the grid for George. So let's go through the changes. He's on the older chassis, so he's losing some speed, some acceleration, a little bit of DRS, but more importantly, he's losing some downforce. In terms of front wings, we have got them both on the same front wing. I kind of really want to drop Ricciardo down here as well, just to keep a bit more performance on George there. We're sacrificing Ricciardo. I don't really have much of a choice now. I'm going to do the same on the rear wing as well, so that we have a spare for each driver. Especially being a sprint weekend, I can't risk them breaking something that can't be replaced, because I cannot afford an emergency manufacturing bill. So I will go back on the underfloor as well, because there's a good chance we might break an underfloor on a curb. And suspension, again, we've got them split. So it's a Mark 1 car entirely now for Ricciardo, and a Mark 2 car for George. And so the difference is going to be very pronounced here. Very pronounced indeed. There we go. Quite significant a change. You can see there down quite a lot in some places, not so much in others, but I mean, you look at the dirty air tolerance, it's down over 6%. You look at the tyre wear, it's down over 6%. Engine cooling is down over 7%. Speed is down 0.4 kilometers an hour. Acceleration is down 0.005. That's not insignificant at all. DRS is down nearly 7%. I can't not do this now. I have to save as much money as possible, because We need to have some money in the bank to carry across next year, or else we're going to start massively in debt again. And I really don't want to have to do that this year as well. Ah, dear. Has that negatively impacted Ricardo even more? I hope not. Oh, it has. It's dropped his stats down another couple of points because he's now unhappy that his car is nowhere near the performance of his teammate. There, look at that. Very unhappy with car versus teammate's car. So, yeah, we really are sacrificing Ricardo now, unfortunately. Ah, dear. How you doing, Farah? Good to see you. Let's see how our target's set. 18th should still be achievable for Ricardo, even with that car. And 21st. Yeah, 18th should easily be achievable for George as well. We should hopefully be getting points for George. But it might be a bit of a stretch now for Ricardo.
Welcome to the United States Grand Prix. The Circuit of the Americas is known for its bumpy surface, and with around 133 feet of elevation changes, starting with the uphill climb to Turn 1, the Big Red, it's an all-round challenge for cars and drivers.
In this round, the teams have 2 races to contend with both the Sprint and the Grand Prix offering the chance to bag some championship points.
It's shaping up to be a great weekend, so don't go anywhere.
It would be nice for both my drivers to finish too. Yes, absolutely it would. Because that's 800 grand almost that we've lost over the last 2 weekends just from Ricardo not finishing. Right. 17 laps for COTA. I think it might be 16, but we'll go 17 just in case. We've already put all the practice parts in, I think. Yes, we did. Got to hope that that gearbox can make it through. Let's go with... it's quite a low wing here, I think. Lower than I thought it would be. Is that my practice parts? No, it's not. I didn't do it for George. For whatever reason. I thought I had done. Just the one session, so we'll use that gearbox. Again, we'll go with 17 laps of fuel. And I really don't know what I need to do here on the setup. Try that. One of them's going to be wrong massively. The other one hopefully will be a little bit closer. But I'm going to have to call them both in as soon as we get the feedback.
Radio check. Copy that, loud and clear.
Radio check.
Loud and clear.
Loud and clear.
Off we go.
Copy.
So a little bit of good news. Decorators came today to do the painting. They've done almost all of the rooms. I've just got to do my room tomorrow and the front room and kitchen.
Tyre temps are still
So my room should hopefully be back to normal, finally, this weekend. Which means I can start planning on getting that PC in.
Okay.
Let's see, we've got Zach O'Sullivan in the car. Who else is running? O'Ward is running for McLaren. Paul Aaron's running for RB. That's it, I think. Oh, Behrman's running for Ferrari. Yeah, that looks to be it. No, not yet, Farah. I've been waiting. I just wanted to get the whole decorating stuff out of the way first. I'll be making a call before I place the order. I didn't want to go ahead and place the order, make the call way before, so I didn't forget anything important.
At the moment, I'd say it's a bit of a struggle.
Understood.
Okay, 44% for Danny Rick. Not great.
Yep, understood. Daniel, pit lane.
Okay, so remember pit lane speed limiter. Stopping on the marks, check the light position.
Okay, in we come. Let's see what needs to change. The rear wing and the front wing and the roll bar and the cornering. A lot needs to change by the look of it. Let's try that. See if that is close enough.
Feedback on the car?
Oh, both cars were terrible.
Just very poor performance, it feels.
Copy that, okay. Stop on your marks and switch off.
Starting to think I've undercooked the front wing for Ricardo based on that. I didn't put any extra fuel in Ricardo's car either, which is not ideal. Must remember to do that before I send him out. Oh, we never looked at the transfer market last night either.
What is going on with these temperatures?
The surface temperature is currently looking quite low.
Evening, Dino.
How's the balance?
Oh, we're still a way off.
Everything's
Let's call him in
pretty
again.
stable.
Yeah, copy that.
We're close with George. We'll leave George out.
Negative. Happy.
Yeah, there you go.
Daniel, pit lane.
Remember the pit lane speed limiter. And we're stopping on the marks.
Okay, that's going to be a 13. Push that up to a 7. Maybe a 7.5. See how it goes. I'm not expecting Ricciardo to qualify well at all here. Not like we've been doing with George. So, even though both of our cars are pretty bad, there's now a significant difference between, bad and absolutely abysmal.
Advise on the tyres.
We're happy to slide this tyre a little bit more, try and get it in the window.
Oh, nice. Congrats, Dino. Right, we've got 3 out of 5 on the third run for Ricciardo. That's not too bad. His track knowledge is down significantly, unfortunately, as a result. There's sights with that penalty. Won't carry over until the Grand Prix itself, not the sprint.
Welcome everyone, qualifying for the sprint awaits us, and we're raring to get going.
Let's see what changes we need to make. Obviously, the powertrain. Let's go to an 8. Brings that back a little bit. Unless I can get away with a 7. I don't think I can, no. Let's try that. Hopefully that'll work. Yeah, there we go. 5%. That's not 5% worth. That might be. And again, I might be going in the wrong direction. We'll find out, I suppose, when we send them out. Evening, Adrian. What have you missed? Nothing. We just did practice, that's all. We're about to start quali now.
Sessions should be starting now.
I'm expected to see a very significant difference in lap time now. Another batch of cars leaving the pit lane. About half the field out now, I think. 5, 6, 11. Yeah, half the field is out now. And that's 12 and 13. Lawson and Leclerc. Perez coming out as well. Yes, it is N7 day today. They put a sale up. But I'm done buying stuff direct from BioWare. Far too expensive with the import fees.
Good gap in front. Let's go. So all clear ahead. And good to go.
We have a yellow flag. Someone locking up.
Right
Van
then,
Dorn running
we can
wide.
take a look now. Here we are then at turn 17.
That's right as he
That
starts
won't
building
help
for his
their
hot lap
chances,
as well.
And you really can't
Not
do
ideal.
that too often with these cars.
Alright, we managed to get through before Valtteri hits the corner. Sorry, Fittipaldi hits the corner, so no hold up there. Ricciardo is approaching some traffic. A lot of traffic. Most of it will hopefully get out of the way before we reach the end of the long straight. But there will be at least one car in the way by the time we get there, maybe two.
Okay, now I've got the traffic, so
Both drivers
one.
getting held up.
this lap's aborted.
George really badly getting held up here.
We saw that.
Great. First lap's a bust. The Legendary Edition, $7.49 on Steam, crazy price and so much content for persons not experienced the series. Even if you have played the series before, that is a fantastic price. Because it's a really, really well done remaster with all of the DLC, bar one piece that was corrupted and couldn't be restored. They would have had to rebuild it from scratch, which would have taken them 6 months minimum. So, and it wasn't that good a bit of DLC to be either, to be honest. So, yeah, even if you have played the games before, that is definitely a phenomenal purchase at £7.50. three amazing games. A very, very good story that branches through all three of them. Your characters from 1 can be imported into 2, and then from 2 into 3. So you can have one character run the entire trilogy with all those choices and carrying across, which is a really awesome thing. And I'll say all of that DLC. Some of that DLC is huge as well. Like the Citadel DLC is massive. So definitely well worth purchasing. My statue collection is nearly complete. I have all the characters that I wanted, bar one, which is going to be hopefully with me in February. That's Garrus. I've got Rex, I've got Tali, I've got Liara, Morden Solus, and Thane Krios as well. No Shepherd. The only Shepherd model I've seen so far is the one him in a hoodie with one of the K9s, and I don't think it's that good a statue. Never really wanted Caden Alenko. The Elusive Man was kind of cool, but didn't want to pay that kind of price for it. So all I'm waiting for now is like a proper Shepherd in battle pose in armor. I don't know if 3 was rushed so much. The ending was terrible. And so they quite rightly reworked that with a free DLC upgrade to make it a bit better. But it still boils down to, not a great choice at the end.
All clear ahead.
I think that's the only thing that really lets the game down. But 2 is by far my favourite. What a game that was. Okay, Leclerc's had a whoopsie. Now he's crashed. Oh, clumsy, but he got going really quickly. Kind of lucky he managed to skid almost back onto the track again. He should be safe. Can I get Ricardo safe? Maybe. George should be safe once he clocks the line. Yeah, that's the worst thing about 3's ending is that, you know, nothing from... Oh, wow. Yeah, Ricardo just nowhere near. George very much through. Going to be a very painful evening for Ricardo then. It is definitely the worst part of 3 is the fact that all of the choices that have made an impact throughout the whole trilogy are completely thrown out the window when it gets to the very end. See, I never experienced the Leviathan DLC until I played the remastered trilogy. I played and completed the games with very little of the DLC. I had, when I first went through 2, I had the oh, I forget the name of the mercenary. The one that you meet outside Omega. I had that DLC, and I had the Saeed. I had the Kasumi Goto DLC as well. And I think they were the only two. I think they were the only two that I had for the second game. I didn't have any by the first one. And I never played any DLC on the third one either. So being able to play all of the DLCs that I hadn't played, you know, was a really nice little experience. Oh no, I did play the Advanced Warning mission, the one that was published afterwards. At the end of 2, but it's situated between 2 and 3. We have to blow up the Batarian jump gate. Oh, and I did play the Shadow Broker as well. So I played quite a few DLCs on 2, but I didn't play Omega DLC. Arrival was in between. Yeah, that was a good one. Oh, I got George's set up right. Did I get Ricardo's right? No, I didn't. I forgot about the Shadow Broker DLC. Yeah, Shadow Broker DLC was cool.
Green light.
I think at some point soon I will have to play the trilogy again. Games I really, really adore like that, but are, you know, story driven, I like to leave it several years between playthroughs so that every time I come back to it, you know, bits of memory will be there, but I get to experience it having forgotten some stuff. So it's not all a case of, oh, I know exactly what to do and exactly where to go and exactly what sequence to do everything in. It's nice to have that background memory, but not know everything by rote. I think that way is the closest way to not, being able to experience again, kind of for the first time. Just play it once, don't play it again for years, and then play it again. That's why, despite how much I loved The Last of Us, I've only played that twice. Once on the PS3, once on the PS4. And that is another game I will go back and play again at some point pretty soon. Right, the whole field is out, so no traffic holdups this time. I haven't finished two. I got distracted. I got a bit disheartened early on for obvious reasons, and then kind of just stopped playing it and started playing something else and never went back to it. So yeah, there's a lot of the game I still need to do. At some point I will get around to it. Alright, 132.8 is the benchmark set by Lawson. We are only just slower than that by half a tenth, and then Leclerc goes half a second quicker than that. So we're about 0.6 away. Hamilton goes even quicker than Leclerc. We're in the top 10 just after the first run. I want to go out early here for the second run because I want to avoid a potential yellow flag, hurting my lap time. There's only one car in front of us. That is Piastri. Let's see if we can find an improvement just to make it safe. Because you've got to say Perez is going to improve based on how his pace has been recently and the fact that Lawson is in the top 10. So we need to be getting past Hulkenberg and or Lawson. And we're all separated by just hundredths of a second. Norris is a good 0.2 quicker than us. And that is everybody out now.
So no one ahead. Yeah, let's go for it.
Let's see, look at that. We are less than 500ths behind Liam Lawson's time. We are not improving. This is disappointing. Perez is improving. Yeah, we did not improve. We've got a slight improvement in the final sector, but not on the overall lap time. I think we might get bumped here. Porsche's bumped us. And Perez goes fourth. I knew he was going to improve, but I didn't think he'd improve that much. And Bottas bumps us as well. So 13th. Not a great start. Ocon has stuck it on pole for the sprint ahead of Norris. Hamilton third, Perez fourth, Leclerc in fifth. And it's Piastri, Lawson, Tsunoda, Giovinazzi, and Hulkenberg.
Hello and welcome as our Grand Prix weekend continues, and the sprint will soon be upon us.
The prospect of bagging a few extra points is certainly going to spur these teams on to fight competitively and finish in the top spots.
But the question is, who will be the lone star in the sprint around Texas?
All right, let's see how we do in the sprint. Can we pick up another point with George? Can we get Ricciardo anywhere near the bottom of the top 10? Let's find out.
Things are hotting up here in Texas for the sprint. And it's lights out and away we go.
When you say you've got a copy of P5 Royale, Barra, is that the PlayStation Plus collection version? Because if it is, you don't own Persona 5 Royale. Because I got it through the collection, and then Sony removed it from the collection before they shut the collection down completely, and I lost the license to play it.
Has been enabled. P13. Next car is Bottas. Got 1.2.
I think I still have access to just Persona 5, but I don't have access to Royale. Nobody else decided to go down the soft route. Not at all surprised. Everyone's gone mediums. I'm surprised no one has gone with the hards, though.
Push and hold, overtake.
Copy.
Use overtake.
Understood.
This is good. So currently P13 Valtteri is the next car. Gap ahead, all 1.6.
Up into P19 for Ricciardo now. Trying to push to get onto the back of Gasly. Back into 13th for George. And I'm going to reboot my headset because I'm getting some weird crackling noises. Alright.
Got Alonso behind 2.1.
We push Fittipaldi wide there as we go on through.
Nice work.
And now we're starting to close in on Gasly.
Gap ahead 1.6.
Right, through goes Ricardo. Can we get onto Max before we run out of battery?
Okay, that's Verstappen ahead of you. He's 1.3 behind. Charge the pack. Covering.
I am concerned for Ricardo's pace in the Grand Prix. Him finishing doesn't really mean much if we can't get him to finish in 18th. Right now, based on how qualifying and the opening laps of the sprint is going, not even sure we can do that. I know we're running our tyres at the lowest pace setting, but even so, we are struggling to stay with the cars in front.
Okay, recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
Understood.
Overtake will be available.
Yeah.
As we move on past Valtteri up into 12th place, Porsche is next. We're not going to get him here.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up. Overtake available.
Okay, understood.
We are so close to get the DRS. Well, we lost a place to Stroll. And we didn't get the DRS either.
Stroll. Gasly is now the car behind. 1.1. Currently P12. Gap 0.6. Bottas behind. Behind 0.5. Use the pace now. Let's go flat out.
Yeah, Stroll's making some moves. Trying to get past Sainz, who has picked up a fault. I didn't see that. Just happened as well. Looking at his car, it's probably his gearbox. We'll get confirmation when he crosses the line.
He has DRS.
Yeah, it's his gearbox. And we drop down another place with Ricardo.
Yep. This is my pace.
There's still opportunities here. Gasly is now the car behind. Gasly's the car behind, 1.6. Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Understood.
Recharge on.
Yep.
And that is a lock-up for Fittipaldi in the background
There's
there.
a yellow flag now.
Oh, spin. I just saw him running wide.
I made a big mistake.
Yes, she did. 15th place. That will boost Ricardo up a place. Will that count as an overtake? No, it won't.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Okay, use deploy.
Understood.
Overtake is available.
Covering.
So we're really happy with what you're doing on tyre management.
Oh, Gasly's got through now as well. Yeah, Ricardo's struggling.
Okay.
Probably should have gone the mediums. I wouldn't have to be quite so tiptoey with the tyres. He'll come good pace-wise a little bit later, but whether how much damage will have been done by then is something we can overcome.
He has DRS.
But a nice slipstream here from the back of Giovinazzi, briefly. Porsche was getting one from Lawson, still is. He's going to try and hang on. That's one little disappointment about the side-by-side racing through those corners in this game, is that it's literally just side-by-side. There's no switchbacks. I mean, we saw a classic example of the switchbacking with Ferrari this year. Sainz and Leclerc were battling through those turns lap after lap.
And if you could just give us tyre feedback.
It's all very good.
Yeah, no worries, Farrah. Replay will be available when you get the chance.
We think there's still opportunities here. Car behind is John. Pack is high.
Understood.
Recharge on is good.
Understood.
Evening, Clark.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
Yeah, understood.
Hanging off the back of the points right now.
Use the
See if we can get
overtake
after
button.
sights.
Okay, understood.
Suggest increased LICO.
Okay, understood.
Overtake available. Let's give it everything now. more lift and coast with these PU temps.
And through we go. We should have the DRS as well. There we do.
Awesome job, mate. So Perez next car. Gap ahead 2.2.
Couldn't quite get the DRS here for Ricardo, but we have closed that gap to Sainz quite dramatically. But enough battery to keep pushing.
Ahead is Sainz now, let's go get him.
To stay ahead of Gasly and then try and push onto Sainz and Van Dorn. There they are.
Deep breath, you're going to be okay.
And Russell has almost caught the back of Perez as well. So we'll keep going with him too.
0.9, 0.9. You've got Gasly behind. Gasly 0.6.
There we go. We've got DRS on Sainz here, and Sainz might not have it on Van Dorn. He doesn't. And we are through and away.
Good job. He's 1.3 behind.
Oh, we just get DRS on Perez.
Charge the pack.
Okay, Daniel, recharge on.
Roger.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Yep. Yeah, understood.
Okay, so we just need to get into that management.
Coming.
Perez car ahead. Gap 0.8. Keep your head down. So happy to push now.
We're still only in 18th.
There are opportunities ahead.
And
So at least
recharge should be on.
we have a little bit of wiggle room on the tyres at the moment. Try and build that up a little bit more.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery pack up.
Yeah, copy.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Plenty to play for.
Focus on recharge.
Yep.
Copy. Recharge on.
Yep.
I think we'll wait till the long back straight and then we'll try and make a move on Perez there.
4. We'll have overtake available.
We'll do the same here with Van Dorn, see if we can get Van Dorn and maybe even get Verstappen as well, because I think Alonso will get past Max.
Use overtake.
Yep, understood.
There's the run. There's the step out. And just the move done.
Nice job.
Get a slipstream from the back
Next
of
car.
Alonso there.
Gap 4.5.
Although Hulkenberg was getting one from Max as well. We couldn't get Verstappen, but we did definitely get up one place.
Good job.
Getting Max
Next
will
car
get
is
Ricardo into
Verstappen.
peak confidence, and that will definitely help.
Car ahead is Verstappen.
Still plenty of opportunities.
Everybody recharge on.
We have not dropped Perez.
Okay.
He's stayed with us all the way there.
Just give us some feedback on the tyres.
Giovinazzi's pushing to try and stay with us as well.
Swing up the rear a little bit now.
Use overtake.
Okay.
Okay, that's Verstappen ahead of you.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Oh, that is a spin. Is that going to be a red flag?
Honestly,
No.
I don't think we could do much
There'll
more.
be a reset and back underway
There's
again.
still opportunities here.
But that's now dropped Alonso so far behind Stroll that 15th is probably the absolute best we can do now with Ricardo.
Pick clear air if you can.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, recharge on.
Okay, understood.
So we've got 4 laps remaining. So that's currently P7. So next car will be Piastri. Piastri at 3.5. Car behind is Perez. Gap 0.8. And happy to pick up the pushing level. So happy to drop lift and coast.
0.4.
We have now finally broken away from Perez.
3 remaining.
Use overtake.
Okay, understood.
We can use the pace now. The next car is Alonso, 0.4.
Maybe it's better that we put the parts onto Ricardo over George, because George has the high baseline stats. And at least that way we can make sure that both cars are definitely going to be quick enough for top 18. I think we might have to do that from the next race onwards. Hell, I might even do that for the Grand Prix itself. We can change parts after the sprint.
Tyre management, everything's good. Maximum PU cooling.
Okay.
Oh, Danny, Rick, last of the late breakers indeed. Squeezing through.
Good job. That is Stroll ahead.
That was beautiful. As Lawson runs wide.
Now with the Haas. Just a bit too wide at that point. Fighting with the car, just a little perhaps.
Cost him a little bit of momentum, but he holds position. I think he'll still get the DRS.
Remaining.
Copy.
George, we still need to increase the level of lift and coast.
Yeah, agree.
Okay, to push it.
Question now is, can we hold 15th? We are just out of DRS range of Alonso, but he will close that up. We're not going to get Piastri, but we've left Perez very comfortably behind now.
We are happy with these.
So that's
tyres.
2 points we're on for at the moment as things stand with George here. I think we did just keep Alonso out of range.
Alonso does not have DRS.
He doesn't. Excellent. Because I can't push the fuel anymore.
Lift off end of straight.
Okay.
This last lap's going to be nasty though.
Okay, recharge on.
Understood.
Final lap.
Roger.
Sainz's issue escalates, so that gearbox really giving him some grief now.
Alonso has DRS.
Yeah, okay.
Through goes Alonso. Can we at least keep Van Dorn behind us? Yes, we can. Now, we need to stay close enough to Alonso that we can get
We think there's
the
still
DRS
opportunities.
on that back straight. And then we should be able to retake and hold 15th place. Bottas picking up a fault.
And that's the gears 6.
Overtake available.
Okay.
Ocon wins this one.
There we go.
The
Ocon
sprint
wins
is his.
from Hamilton. Then it's Norris, Tsunoda, Leclerc in fifth. So 8 points for Ocon, 7 for Hamilton.
Next car.
Leclerc will only pick up 4 points. So the gap in the championship will come down a little bit more.
Checkered flag is out.
Russell will get 2 points for 7th. Ricciardo is going to hang on for 15th. And that's not a bad afternoon's work.
That's a checkered flag.
Well, bad morning's work, because it's sprint is qualifying in the afternoon. See if we can find a little bit more performance for Ricciardo with his setup, and we'll move the parts from George's car over to Ricciardo's as well.
George Russell fought hard to finish in the points in today's sprint.
Plenty for them to think about and strategize, and certainly a good enough result for now.
Evening, Army. Confirmation then of the sprint results. Ocon from Hamilton, Norris from Tsunoda, Leclerc and then Oscar, George in 7th. Perez gets the final point in 8th. Then it's Giovinazzi from Porsche, Hulkenberg, Lawson, Stroll, Bottas, Ricciardo in 15th. Then Alonso, Stoffel, Max, Pierre, Zhou, Sainz and Fittipaldi.
Now it's time to see who'll come out on top as qualifying gets underway.
A stable platform while snaking through the high-speed sequence of corners is vital in the early part of a Circuit of the Americas lap. And during qualifying, drivers will want to have good aerodynamic grip and pinpoint accuracy so as to not lose valuable time through those turns.
Charles Leclerc has been a talking point for many of late. Karun, how do you think he's doing so far?
They were looking pretty sharp in practice and setting good lap times, so they're probably feeling fairly confident now. But a good practice time doesn't always guarantee a strong qualifying outcome.
There's not much left to say, so let's get into it.
Right, a little bit of tinkering here. That has to be a 2.8. No way around that. Let's go like that. Hope that the front wing hangs on. Let's go over to George's car. You watch now, put the parts on Ricciardo, he's immediately going to crash and retire again. Wipe out my new parts. Right. But he is going to need that extra performance if I want to make sure he definitely gets in the top 18. There we go. Let's go with the scrub tyres there for our first run. And those scrub tyres for our first run, actually, they're the same. Yeah. Out they go.
Sessions should be starting now.
just a banker time. $33.9 and a $33.7. So, yeah, George can cope without the upgrades. He'll grumble. He'll grumble like hell about it when we get back to HQ. It's going to be another slow lap. Especially with the traffic.
So that's currently P14.
There we go.
And we will box end of this lap.
Hopefully that'll be perfect setup for to do one lap on
So we'll
a set of
stop
new
on-
softs.
And oh dear, that's Max
Oh,
Verstappen.
Max in the barrier.
Right, we're down at turn 5. Within a split second, the impact's made. But no matter the severity of the crash, it's always good to see the
He went
driver emerge
flying, didn't he?
unharmed.
That's a huge skid. Time for the proper flying lap.
Out lap critical.
Yeah, absolutely critical.
Warm the tyres where you can.
Understood.
We'll go with the helicam. Both cars quite a long way from safety right now. 2.2 seconds slower than Leclerc's provisional time for George. Almost 2 seconds exactly for Ricardo.
All clear ahead. Good to go.
And drive straight out, track will be clear.
Let's go.
All important sector times to come. What are we kind of looking at as a target? Somewhere in the 24.6, 24.7 range, ideally. 24.7. 24.8. Middle split coming up soon. 37.4 for George. And same for Ricardo. Up the line. George jumps. I don't know where to. 15th. 11th for Ricardo. Right, are we going to be safe? It's down to Pourchaire. Pourchaire's bumped us. No, someone else bumped us. I don't know who. Max still on a lap, but he's got damage. No, he's a chunk of front wing that's still missing. So, is that no spare front wings for Max? There's George, who got knocked down into 17th. Max crosses the line, doesn't improve. What will Pourchaire do? He jumps up, so that's 18th for George. 13th for Ricardo. It's not good. Thought George would be a little bit quicker than that. Hoping he'd be a little bit quicker than that. Look at that, we missed it by 1%, but it's a definite improvement for Danny Rick there. Let's see if we can get him a little bit higher than 16th.
Okay, that's a green light.
Going to be very slow on these mediums. Got held in the first sector by Leclerc as well.
Just keep an eye on the Delta. The Delta
Oh
is
yeah, look at
negative
that.
at
3
the end of the
seconds
lap.
slower than Pourchaire.
Okay,
He
Daniel,
really did lose a
recharge
lot
on
of time there
boxes.
behind Charles.
Okay, gotcha. Daniel, pit lane.
Pit lane's
Put the
moving.
scrubbed softs on now.
Stop on the marks.
And we'll do a sprint lap on those. Might have lost a little bit of time in the first sector to Alonso, but nowhere near as much as the previous run. We are currently sitting in 11th. New set of tyres to come. One final flying attempt. Should be worth an extra couple of tenths. Hamilton currently in the drop zone, or the danger zone, sorry. And who are we out behind? Carlos Sainz. And can't see which Aston that is. Hulkenberg.
Understood.
We have a yellow flag. Is that Valtteri?
Yellow's ahead, yellow flags.
No, it's Sonoda.
Understood.
Sorry, mate.
If this race goes badly for George, I'm going to have to look at splitting the upgrades between them, try and balance out both cars. And we are off. Last chance to improve our position. No improvement in the first. No improvement in the middle. Oh, this is concerning. Even if we improve here in the final, it won't be enough, I don't think. Hamilton's gone second. Yeah, no improvement at all. So we stay 13th. At least we can't drop any lower than that. Leclerc is on an in lap, I think. No, he's on a flying lap, as is Norris. And then it's Piastri and Leclerc also on a flyer. Norris goes up to P4. There's Charles. Stays third. Piastri improves up to fourth. So Stroll, Hulkenberg, Ricciardo, Fittipaldi, Alonso, and Giovinazzi in 16th place. All right. We're starting P13 unless Sainz qualifies 10th, in which case we'll move up to 12th, because Sainz has that penalty for hitting Hulkenberg and then causing the chain collision into Ricciardo last night in Singapore. And he does hit 10th. So that means we will start in 12th place with Ricciardo. Who has pole? Lando has pole from Ocon, then Piastri. Leclerc in 4th, Hamilton down in 6th. Big difference there. Half a second to Lando's time.
We're not far off now here in Austin as the drivers ready themselves for this 56-lap race.
The Circuit of the Americas is definitely a track that rewards bravery on the brakes, just like when Lewis Hamilton passed Sebastian Vettel unbelievably late here to take the win in 2012.
The Circuit of the Americas has it all. Twists and turns, steep climbs, fast corners, and a power-hungry Sector 2. Quite a headache to balance, even if teams will be looking at maximising downforce overall. The excitement is building, there's electricity in the air. But there's no surprise in that. It's race day.
All right, what do we do with strategy? I think we maybe stick with that. I don't think I can get any better out of the car. Yeah, we'll just have to be mindful of the tyres. Unless we could go with a 3-stop. Let's take a look at a 3-stop strategy. We go soft to soft, to medium to soft. It's a second slower. All right, we'll stick with the 2-stop. We'll do the same with George. We'll do soft, medium, medium. Medium's going to be the optimal tyre. There we go. Gonna take some fuel out. Take 4 laps of fuel out. And I think there's a very real risk that we might get lapped tonight with at least one of our cars. This is going to be one of the most painful Grand Prix we've had in a while. Both drivers going in with lower mentality than we've had in previous Grand Prix, which has lowered their stats a bit. And yeah, even with all the upgrades on one car, we're still not amazingly quick. George did well in the sprint. It's always easy to do better in the sprints than the Grand Prix. I would not be surprised if we do not score points tonight. Hopefully we will, even if it's just one, but we'll see how things go. Let's send them to the grid for the United States Grand Prix. How you doing, Cloud?
Final checks are being carried out by the teams, and it won't be long until we get this race underway. Everyone in the paddock seems to be talking about the Mercedes driver today.
An encouraging grid position as they sit in P8. Lots to build on during the race if they manage it well.
So let's see what today has in store, shall we? Here we go. It's the United States Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Looks like a decent-ish start for George. Up on the inside line there. Held off Van Dorn, or have we? Maybe not. Once again, Bottas very high up in his starting position. He's up in 8th place. And Van Dorn has gone through. So we held the position briefly and then lost it. Ricciardo has held position so far. Actually, no, he's dropped a position. Looks like Sainz might have had a double penalty in the end because he's down in 16th place. Russell's back up again. And we have a yellow flag. Valtteri. No, Leclerc. Leclerc has had an accident. Big lock-up.
Here we are. We're
having
looking
to wait for everyone to go through. And that could have huge ramifications on the championship.
They took a gamble, and it was just too late.
This is going to drop him almost to the entire... It is going to drop him all the way to the back of the grid.
Good job.
Ocon in P3, Hamilton in P6. Chance for them to really capitalise if they can get the win. Take the fight to Leclerc in the standings. Chance for Norris to try and bring himself back into contention as well, maybe, if he can get the win.
Enabled. DRS. Okay, P12.
Hulkenberg ahead is starting to struggle with tyres.
Hulkenberg's struggling with tyres already? No, he's not.
Alonso is now the car behind.
0.4.
Use overtake.
Okay.
But we do need to get past him. He's not going to get the DRS. We are. Chance to jump him straight onto Fittipaldi here. He's using battery as well, but now the DRS is open. And we have that run up the inside. We have the higher grip tyres as well. We have the move done. Next up, Enzo. Yeah, you have come back to a disaster. Charles is last. He locked up at the end of the long straight on lap 1. Had to wait for everyone to go through. Ocon just about hanging on to the McLarens. The three of them are breaking away from Tsunoda and Perez. Hamilton a distant 6th at the moment. But there are differences in tyre strategy in play. And we've got a nice little gap to Max now, behind Russell. Can we get the move done under braking here on Fittipaldi? Not quite. George can get past Carlos Sainz though. That's 15th now for Russell.
Nice job. So it's currently P15.
Try and save a little bit of this tyre if we can.
Keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
And we dive up the inside of Fittipaldi there. DRS is open. Stroll up next.
On. Well done, good job.
Next car is Stroll.
Stroll 1.2.
Okay, use deploy.
I'll save a bit of the remaining little bit of battery there.
We start bringing them back.
Keeping an eye on engine temps, especially on George's car now that he doesn't have the same cooling benefits as he did before. It's one thing I noticed in the sprint was that Ricciardo being stuck in the dirty air, his engine temps were so much higher. So if we do have to split parts, the side pods will stay on Ricciardo's car, because he has to nurse one engine, whereas Russell still has another one. And we'll put that on the car in Mexico. If we haven't already. Did we put it in already? No, we've already put it in. Maximum confidence for George. And peak confidence for Ricardo as well. Excellent stuff. And Leclerc still in 22nd and still out of DRS range. Oh, that's a collision between Van Dorn and Lawson. It's a safety car. That immediately helps us allay some of our fuel issues.
Okay, Daniel, recharge on is good.
Safety car.
Along the straights here. And you can see how tight it is. And you can see how the cars come together. Now their confidence will have taken a hit with that. And not much that the team can do about that one.
Right, we might see some pit stops here. Our tyres are still in really good shape, so we're not gonna box. Lawson has retired. Is that Van Dorn out as well? It is. So we're down to just 20.
Take care for any debris on this next section.
And I would not be at all surprised if some of the cars with high wear in the 70s change tyres. I think Bottas and Fittipaldi may both jump in at the end of this lap.
So this is P10.
Their tyres in the 60s.
That is Stroll ahead.
Keep an eye on Valtteri. Right, we'll keep an eye on Fittipaldi. Because if they are going to do a double stack, we want to be riding on board to see that. 5 seconds given to Van Dorn for the next Grand Prix in Mexico. Oh, the front three are in. Piastri's getting held. And we are second and third. Hamilton's lost a couple of places. Down into 8th place. But he has gained over Piastri. Lost out to Porsche, I think. Porsche was 7th when he boxed, so yeah, he's jumped Hamilton. Leclerc has also boxed. He's gone on to a new set of mediums. So everybody boxed apart from Stroll and us. I didn't think that many cars would box. I expected all of the softs to come in, maybe a couple of the mediums, but I didn't expect the entire field to do that.
Tyre management we're happy with currently.
Overtake available.
Yep, understood.
I don't think we'll be able to hold these places for very long.
And overtake is available.
Okay.
This safety car is definitely going to help Leclerc, though. It's brought him back onto the back of the train when he was just off the DRS. More importantly, he's been able to get off those damaged hard tyres onto a set of mediums. He'll be quicker than Gasly and will immediately get past him. He should be quick enough to get past Zhou, Max and Hulkenberg, despite them being on fast tyres as well. And then it's Fittipaldi, Sainz, Giovinazzi, Tsunoda, Alonso, Piastri, Bottas, Hamilton, all on hard tyres in front of him. Could well move himself up the order. Bottas has that damage carried over from practice. A weak engine. He could well develop a fault later on.
Pack is high.
Understood.
Understood.
How's this tyre?
So far, so good.
Trying to get a few different thumbnail options behind the safety car. Might be a good one around this turn here. Yeah, there we go. That should be a nice little thumbnail. Got one more lap at least behind the safety car, but I would imagine that it will come in next lap. The whole field is together. And we started 7 kilos underfueled. We're now down to half of that, pretty much. 3.7 kilos underfueled. We'll probably save another half a kilo at least on this lap. So we're going to be in very good shape when the race gets back underway. Full batteries. Tyres still in good nick. Strategy still in place. We are going to be on an offset against everybody else though, apart from Stroll, which will make things a little bit interesting. We're going to very quickly start to struggle after a few laps. But it does mean we'll have an opportunity to look after the mediums a bit when we start and still be competitive against worn out mediums and hards, hopefully. Safety cars in F1 Manager always feel so much longer than in real life. Yeah, it's because there's no replays and discussion of the incident and multiple angle replays and stuff like that, you know. No replays of the starts thrown in. There we go, safety cars coming in.
Safety cars in this lap. Just focus on getting these tyres where you need them for this restart.
Coming.
So let's just keep these tyres in good condition.
Yeah, copy.
Clark's just started the Empire of the Ant series. Yeah, it's a really good little game.
Lift and coast.
Yep.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's gorgeous as well. It really is truly stunning.
Use the overtake button.
You know, visually. It's a little confused in its identity. It's not really an RTS in single player. It's very much, from what I understand, an RTS in multiplayer. I will be probably trying the multiplayer mode on live stream on Sunday on Twitch. I'll almost certainly end up getting my ass kicked. And we have Ocon immediately pushing and putting the pressure on behind us. And let's not forget, when we get a replay in this game, it pauses the race while we watch the replay. It doesn't pause anything in real life. It still carries on.
Charge the pack.
Yeah, copy.
Stroll is taking full advantage of the lack of pressure behind to try and bolt away. Can you imagine if we end up helping Stroll get anywhere near the podium? I don't think I could forgive myself.
As DRS.
And there we go. Bottas's engine has taken a turn for the worse.
On the corner exits, I felt a bit of lag, the power.
Now that's Leclerc gained any places. He's up 2 places, up into 18th place now, hunting after Max.
moment.
Giovinazzi's having a look.
7.
We run him out wide,
Moving on.
and he loses out to Norris and Perez
Yeah, point.
and Porsche.
And recharge on.
Yep, understood.
So happy to drop a little bit of management.
Use overtake.
Okay, understood.
And we're starting to reel Stroll back in.
He has DRS.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Leclerc now up into 17th. He's got past Verstappen. So he's bringing himself back up the order bit by bit. And Ocon and Hamilton 7th and 8th. And not where they need to be if they want to capitalise on that.
Overtake is available.
Copy.
It's not going to be long now, mate.
Copy.
Give Russell's engine a bit of clear air for a lap or two. Try and get those temperatures down a little bit. Alonso dropping down into 14th place.
Yeah, he did get DRS.
Back up past Sainz into 13th. Oh, and Perez having a look.
Use overtake.
Understood.
Deep breath. You're going to be okay.
Can we fight him off?
So Lando is now the car behind.
No, we can't. Perez with softs as well. Much more grip in his tyres as well. And George isn't going to be able to fight him off.
Recharge button on.
Okay, understood.
We are ready for you.
Okay.
And now here comes Norris. He runs Ricciardo wide.
George recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
And this is what we've been expecting and kind of dreading, is we're going to start to slip down the order.
And overtake is available.
Copy.
Perez has caught Stroll. We can't catch Perez, so we're going to be vulnerable to Norris.
And when you can, feedback on your tyres.
Perez now up into the lead.
Racing again.
Through goes Lando. And he's going to sprint away from us as well.
Copy.
Can't go with him. I need to protect the batteries, because I'm going to need that when we come back out on the mediums. So we'll just have to just race like this now and hope that we can hold the rest of the field back by swapping places, blocking the way through. Will hopefully give us an opportunity to build the confidence levels up a bit if we can get some pretty good leapfrogging going on. That's one way to stop cars from getting through, just block the inside and outside line. Leclerc now up into 15th place. Ocon and Hamilton still stuck in 7th and 8th. And the front three are way ahead of us now. Just try and stretch a couple of extra laps. While I was looking after the tyres earlier, it'll take some of that pressure off on the mediums. And they are lining up behind us now. Hold off Porsche. Very nice. Porsche is a buffer. It's going to be easier for us to defend against Porsche than it is against Ocon and Hamilton. Their cars are significantly better than the Mercedes. Drivers are arguably, well, definitely better in Hamilton's case, arguably better in Ocon's case. Although Porsche has had a good season, and if he's got a mentality boost, his stats will be mighty high as well. Oh, collision! Collision between Ocon and Hamilton.
Okay, yep, understood now.
Stone's on track.
Hamilton tried to go up the inside. And yeah, did Piastri get caught up in that or not? I can't tell. I don't think he did. Hamilton has some damage. Ocon doesn't appear to. Their tyres are not in great shape, but I don't think they took any additional damage on the tyres. Looking at Leclerc's car, and it looks fine. Hamilton must have wing damage, I would imagine. Yeah, there we go. Look, he's missing the right end plate on his front wing. Will there be a penalty? No penalties given, a racing incident. But there's a 2-second gap now, and Piastri is all over the back of Lewis. And he goes through, and that's Hamilton down to 9th. Max has got back in front of Leclerc, so Leclerc back down to 16th place. But all of a sudden, Ocon now has a real chance with Leclerc out of position and Hamilton with damage, as Pourchaire has got past George.
Ocon behind.
What are my tyres looking like? 37%. Let's box George next on the next lap.
Yeah, we'll box,
Just
box.
about hold Ocon behind.
Yes, box.
Got the DRS to Ricciardo and Pourchaire. There goes Pourchaire on Ricciardo. Oh, I can tell your heart is bleeding.
Plenty to play for.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Okay.
And if we could just do a little bit more lift and coast.
The insincerity is coming off you in waves. Oh, look at the fighting going on behind. We're going so much slower that Hamilton has already closed that gap back up to the back of Esteban. He's got back in front of Piastri as well. Here comes Ocon. And we block the way through. George gets through.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Okay.
More lift and coast.
Understood.
And reminder for recharge.
Okay, understood.
And there goes George into the pits. And another yellow flag. I don't know what happened there.
Recharge on.
A lock up for
This is what
Giovinazzi.
happened. It's the Red Bull driver. Things were all right here. The brakes couldn't cope. What caused that, I wonder?
Suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
That's an excellent stop. 2.19 seconds, just when we needed a great stop.
Clear on exit.
That is by far, I think, our quickest ever stop.
So car ahead is strong. Gap 5.
Hamilton's going to go blitzing past us here on the main straight. He might even get us in the hairpin itself here.
5. 39 laps.
He does. Gets, well, no, he doesn't quite, but he gets alongside, and there he goes.
There's DRS.
Tyres have given up.
Suggest increased LICO.
Understood.
Perez is in, and
How's the tyre?
so is Pourchaire. Just about managed to hold off. Oh, I forgot to box him. No, I forgot to box Ricciardo. God damn it. Got to box Ricciardo. Oh, he's going to lose so many places now.
Okay, understood. Box the slap.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Perez is swooping through at ridiculous speed there. It never fails to shock me every time I see someone exiting the pits into turn one in this race. And Leclerc is P9. There he is. We've got Giovinazzi and Leclerc behind us. It's almost like deja vu with Ocon and Hamilton.
Tyres are just coming to the window.
Yep, fine.
Down into 9th place. We still have a net confidence gain though. Leclerc has got through.
Okay, maximum pace.
And this time we do box.
Okay.
Joe coming in behind us as well. Can we get another brilliant stop here for Ricciardo? Because he kind of needs to gain back some time here. George is going to go through by a long way. That's 2.6. Yeah, it'll do. It was clean. But we've got a little bit of extra tyre that we can play about with now. So, oh, that's softs on Joe behind us. No, mediums.
And next car.
Let's immediately attack with the tyres to get them up to temperature quicker.
Car behind is now Joe.
1.1 now.
And we'll give Russell a little bit of power.
Overtake will be available.
Copy.
Joe will get through, but that's all right. We'll sit behind him and then get him back on the next lap.
Yep. This is my pace.
We think there's still opportunities here.
Might have just tagged the DRS of Valtteri there. Be nice to if we can, because he hasn't stopped yet. We did get it. George goes up the inside, and that is him into peak confidence. Lovely. Porsche has stopped, but Sainz hasn't. 2.5, 3 seconds ahead of us.
Nice job, really nice job. Currently P16. Up ahead 2.4.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Understood.
Overtake available.
Understood.
All right, let's get back in front of Joe and start going after Hulkenberg.
You need to push.
This is going to be where it gets a little trickier to figure out exactly where we are on the grid, because of this offset
Hulkenberg's ahead.
and when we're stopping against when other cars are stopping. Leclerc is in. He got up behind Hamilton and is now into the pits. He's going softs, which means he's stopping again for another set of softs later.
Charge the pack.
And we get past Sainz. Beautiful. And that is full peak confidence for George now.
Nice job. Currently a P12.
Are we going to get back out in front of Leclerc, or is he going to slingshot around the corner? He's off. He's gone. And we couldn't even hold back Zhou. Oh, and Bottas is out. That's it. That's his engine gone.
No power.
Can he make it back to the pits before his engine explodes? Porsche with a fault now as well.
But the car's definitely not happy.
Crofty doesn't want to tell us what the fault is.
Use overtake.
Understood.
Can I overtake Bottas before he gets to the end of the pits? We'll try. It'll be worth another bit of confidence for Ricciardo. Should get him into peak. At least we got the DRS off him.
This is good. So next car is Gasly.
And it did count as an overtake. We did just get him in time before he peeled in. So Bottas retires. Ricciardo into peak confidence now. And we have left Zhou behind this time.
Recharge on.
Russell, meanwhile, is in 11th place. Closing down Gasly, who also has yet to stop. Not a happy Valtteri. How you doing, Victor? Looks like Gasly's pushing as hard as he can on his in lap.
So happy with this measurement at the moment.
And there he goes into the pits. We didn't get the DRS off him. Max is boxing as well, so the Williams drivers going in for a double stack. Fastest lap for Charles Leclerc, 136.5. As he tries to hunt down Russell to get back into the points. It's a good stop for Gasly. Max not held. Gasly's put on a set of softs, Max on a set of hards. So very different strategy for the two Williams drivers. Ricciardo is being closed down by Zhou.
Use overtake.
Okay, understood.
Norris in from the lead. Medium tyres, I don't think those will go to the end, so he's probably going to go for a set of softs at the end. Yuki's coming in as well. We've got Leclerc all over us here. Meanwhile, we're having a look at Sainz, and we get him right before he dives into the pits and gets Ricciardo back into maximum confidence. Gives us a bit of DRS as well.
Okay, that's Sainz ahead.
And we get out in front of Sonoda.
Hulk behind. Gap behind now 5.6.
Leclerc nailed us, and no surprise there. Can we stay with him for a bit?
And recharge.
Probably
on,
not.
recharge
We're
on.
probably not even going to be able to get the DRS here. Oh, we might. We might just. And we do just get the DRS.
Just give us some tyre feedback.
That'll help bring us back up to Porsche a little bit. Let's see what his fault is, because Crofty didn't want to tell us. It's battery. Oh, Tsunoda is already flying straight past us. Joe and us, putting those soft tyres to work.
Tyre temperature management looking very good.
Hamilton's in. Is he going to change his front wing? Piastri and Giovinazzi coming in as well. A slow stop here could drop him behind the pair of them. No front wing change. No spare front wing then for Hamilton. Bad stop for Oscar. Giovinazzi is away. Piastri is lost out there. Ricciardo's gone through and is ahead of Hamilton. There's the Ferrari slingshotting behind Joe there. He went from 1.3 seconds to 0.2 seconds behind at the, in the blink of an eye there. Take a look at tyres then, see where everyone is. Ocon still needs to stop. Stroll and Porsche's tyres very different to some of the cars around them. Perez is in excellent shape here. Perez could theoretically be on for the win here today. Norris is in excellent shape. How far behind is he? It's only 5 seconds behind. So maybe this will be Norris's race to win. The next set of tyres for Ocon will be vital. We still have 30 laps to go when they cross the line. Hamilton definitely has to stop again. Leclerc has to stop again. I don't think Norris can go the distance. Perez can't go the distance. Ocon certainly can't go the distance. As I say, his next set of tyres will be crucial. If he has another set of hards, he'll be able to go to the end on them, I think.
Daniel, how's the tyre?
Ricciardo lapping a couple of tenths quicker than George, which is about what I was expecting to see based off of qualifying. He will eventually close the gap back up. And because we forgot to stop him when we were supposed to, we might possibly be able to put a set of softs on Ricciardo at the end rather than another set of mediums. Hamilton is off, but without a front wing, or without a fully functioning front wing, he is unlikely to win the race tonight.
There's still opportunity.
And he may even struggle for a podium. Ocon is in. This is a critical stop. What tyres is he going to put on? It's softs, so he's going to make another stop, because there's no way in hell they're going to do another 29 laps. Leclerc goes through. He's going to get out and immediately blitz away from Russell. Look at that. He pulled out 2 seconds on us. Going through that corner. And we're 0.3 going into that corner. We're now 2.6 behind. That's crazy. Leclerc gets past Porsche. Ocon's not too far behind. Ricciardo now coming under pressure from Fittipaldi, whose tyres are about the same as ours.
How's DRS?
Okay, understood.
We do hold him off. We have been slowly gaining on Hulkenberg, but Hulkenberg's going to get some DRS to pull away from us now. We still have fuel that we need to save as well. Tsunoda goes through. There goes Fittipaldi. Giovinazzi and Piastri aren't too far behind us, so we're going to lose more positions soon. We're going to be yo-yoing up and down the order, I think, in this Grand Prix, based on what tyres we're on at what time.
The car behind you currently is Giovinazzi. Overtake available.
Understood.
Giovinazzi's got the bit between his teeth. Look how quickly he closed that gap through that sector.
DRS.
Well done.
Fittipaldi does not want to give up that place, does he?
Is Hulkenberg.
Norris back in the lead now, about a second ahead of Perez. And pulling away before the DRS detection point, so he's going to be safe from being immediately repassed. Enzo punches through. And we retake the place again. That gets us back into peak confidence.
There are opportunities ahead. Remember, recharge.
But we're losing ground to Hulkenberg because he is sitting on the back of Lewis.
Push and hold, overtake.
Covering.
Did he get the DRS? Need him to drop out of range. He got it this time, but Hamilton's suddenly blitzed away from him, so I think that's him dropped now.
Too much time.
Fittipaldi gets back past again. Now Giovinazzi's going to have a lunge. No stopping that. New fastest lap for Lando Norris, who is gone from being just out of DRS range from Perez at the start of the main straight
Still
to
plenty of
3.5
opportunities.
seconds clear at the end of the lap. What a lap for Norris. 3.7 seconds quicker.
We think there's still opportunities here.
Hamilton's all over me now.
Deep breath, you're going to be okay. Car behind is Joe.
Let's see what pace you can do.
Still hoping that we might get another VSC.
Understood.
Be able to save a bit more fuel without having to do it while we're racing speed. Lewis is through. Still in the top 10 with George, though. And it's a new fastest lap rock on a 1:35.6.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Okay.
Pack is low.
Okay.
And we still need more lift to coast.
Yeah, copy.
Suggest reduce a bit lift and coast.
Okay. Understood.
Very least, we should be able to get our full sponsor payout tonight. And I don't mind if Ricardo doesn't get in the top 10. In fact, I'd prefer it if he doesn't. So we don't have to pay him 125k.
Any feedback on these tyres?
Tyres have taken a bit of a hit.
We're ready for you.
Copy.
I wonder if hards on a push are better. No, they're not.
To start reducing that management.
Giovinazzi's now caught Russell. Here he goes. Piastri's not far behind. He'll get us probably on the next lap.
Then behind that is Piastri. Gap 1.2. Keep your head down.
It's absolutely going to get us on the next lap. Probably right at the very beginning of the next lap. Oh, he got us before we even got to the end of this one. And I think that there is the end of any chance of points now without retirements.
Hulkenberg behind. Gap behind 1.6.
We are ready for you.
Okay, understood.
So we've got Hulkenberg car behind. 8.
Get down to about a kilo of fuel to save, and then we'll stop the lift and coast.
Hulk behind has DRS. Currently on target.
Norris now up into a
Has DRS.
10 second lead over Ocon. Both of them are going to need to stop again. Leclerc is about 7.5 seconds behind Perez. It's been a great recovery for him. Hamilton down in 7th place.
Yeah, 3.2.
His championship hopes are starting to slip away from him a little bit. Don't have many rounds to go. Five rounds and 2 sprints is all that remains after today.
Understood.
So happy to drop lift and coast.
Yep.
And box.
Yeah, stop.
Get behind 2.6.
Max and Joe closing in rapidly here.
Charge the pack.
Ricciardo going to go backwards before the next pit stop. Well, there goes Fittipaldi into the pits.
Ahead of you, Perez.
He's 10 seconds ahead. No hold.
Oh, he's going hard tyres.
box this lap. Confirm.
Box confirmed.
There goes Max. Joe waiting in the wings. See if we can get a little bit more battery into Ricardo before he stops.
1.3 behind.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time. Recharge on.
Yeah.
And into the pits comes George. Another good stop, 2.3.
So could be traffic on exit.
It's 2.1, obviously a lot quicker, but it's refreshing to see regular fast stops.
Up ahead 2.2.
Car behind is Joe.
I think we missed the DRS.
Still plenty of opportunities.
We can have recharge on now.
Oh no, we got it. We did get it.
Yeah, recharge on is good.
Yep, understood.
George is only 10.5 seconds behind as Leclerc is in for his final stop. Is he going mediums? He's going hards. Not the quickest of releases. He was held there for Porsche coming in. Porsche goes medium, so Leclerc and Porsche both going to the end. Here comes Ricciardo. Not quick enough. So no points this weekend on the pit stops from Ricciardo. 2.6 on his first stop, 2.5 here. Not good enough.
Next car is Russell. Gasly is now the car behind. 1.1. 1.1.
It's 19 laps to go, including this one.
Okay, recharge on is good. Focus on recharge.
Okay, understood.
Oh, Leclerc's got a fault. Stroll and Tsunoda both come in. Wow, Stroll has actually dropped behind his teammate there. Decent stop for Tsunoda. If anything, a slightly quicker stop for Stroll there. Leclerc's gone through, so he's cleared both of them. And he has a gearbox issue.
Gap ahead 1.8.
So who in front of us needs to stop? Sainz, Alonso, Zhou, Verstappen, Hülkenberg. Russell should jump all of them. It'll be tight with Ricciardo for Hülkenberg. I don't think we'll jump him. Norris is in from the lead. He's going for another set of hard tyres. Perez should come in at the end of the lap. Still squabbling away with Ocon. He's on for a really good finish tonight. Would not be at all surprised to see him on the podium. Joe is likely to box.
Let's get on top of this, management. Do we need to keep the lift and coast up a bit more now?
Copy.
And there he goes.
Key thing is to keep the tyre in good shape. Keep the tyre in good shape.
Understood.
Russell gets in front of Sainz.
Overtake available.
Yeah, copy.
Use the overtake button.
Understood.
Perez is in. He should come out around Giovinazzi, I think. Maybe just in front. He's going soft tyres. Giovinazzi does need to stop, so he needs to clear him. Does not want to get held up. He's going to clear Hamilton, actually. Very good stop for Perez there. Oh, it's a collision! Another collision. Piastri's got a puncture. He went for the move on Giovinazzi. Pushed him out wide. Giovinazzi lost part of his front wing. Piastri's got a puncture. And he's got to do pretty much an entire lap on 3 wheels now. He's going to drop so much. And Giovinazzi's got a puncture as well. And that is their race is absolutely ruined. Piastri gets a 5-second penalty.
Gap ahead 1.9. Keep your head down.
Here comes George. That's Giovinazzi just in front of us. There he is.
So that's currently P14. Gap 1.2. Sainz, car behind. So gap 3.5.
Hamilton's in. Soft tyres for Lewis, still sporting damage to that front wing. Piastri's now behind George. And now we're behind Ricciardo. He still hasn't made it back to the pits yet. And Ocon now has got a golden opportunity
Sainz now, let's go get him.
To score some points over Lewis. Piastri finally makes it back to the pits. He dropped down to 16th, 17th before he rounds the corner.
Okay, that's Sainz ahead.
Giovinazzi's coming in behind. That's a set of soft tyres. Penalty served. And away he goes. New front wing for Giovinazzi. Soft tyres on the car. And Ocon is in. Soft tyres for him. Oh, it's a bad stop. Oh, and is this going to help Leclerc? Where is Leclerc? No, Leclerc's way too far behind. But Perez is going to get back up into second.
Hold on, mate. Next car is Verstappen.
He's 8 seconds ahead.
Ricciardo overtakes Sainz. I forgot they were still pushing battery. Fuel is pretty much sorted now.
We start bringing the battery pack up.
Yeah, agree. Roger.
Pack is low.
Max is into the pits.
Understood.
And all of a sudden, we actually might have a chance of points again. Hulkenberg needs to stop.
Use overtake.
Understood.
He's just 2 seconds ahead of George. So George and Ricciardo will both get through. Sainz is in as well. And the only reason we're in that position for points is because of Piastri and Giovinazzi. Sainz has got softs on. Giovinazzi is close to getting lapped, but he should have the pace to stay ahead on those brand new tyres. Although he does have additional damage. Oh, and he's missing a chunk of his rear. Oh yeah, Giovinazzi is going to get lapped. He's going to be slow. Really slow. Russell has caught Hulkenberg.
And now just Hulk in front.
We're going to be a pit stop ahead of Hulkenberg.
9.
He'll be on very fast soft tyres, but that's a lot of time to make up. And we've been nursing ours. New fastest lap for Lewis Hamilton, a 1:34.9. Just 3 seconds behind Leclerc now as he gets past Tsunoda. But Ocon still has that chance. He'll jump Perez, I think. Can he get after Norris? Hulkenberg has stayed out. Why? Why has he stayed out? That makes no sense.
Yeah, good job.
I won't complain, but it makes no sense.
We want good pace.
We don't really deserve points today, but I will, at least for the main race anyway. We deserved them in the sprint, but we'll take them however they come. Pace is Giovinazzi doing 1:38.1. Norris is doing a 1:36. Has Norris already lapped him? Yeah, Norris has already lapped him. So
Gap ahead of 1.9.
yeah, there he is. Look, Norris has lapped him. That's Lando there. Piastri's going to get lapped as well, I think. They've got major damage to the car, not just obviously what we've seen, but Piastri's got to have some suspension or chassis damage. His wings are fine. Hulkenberg has stayed out again. Don't tell me he's going to try and go to the end on those tyres. Surely not.
Understood.
Maybe he just doesn't have a set with much life left in him to put on. I somehow doubt that. The AI does do silly things like this with their tyres from time to time.
Next car on track is Hulkenberg.
There are opportunities ahead.
And he is staying out another lap.
Recharge on.
Okay.
Fastest lap for Max Verstappen, a 134.9. On pretty good softs as well, and he's only 3 seconds behind us. He's going to be tearing up towards us.
The next car is Hulkenberg. Deep breath, you're going to be okay. How's the tyre?
Yeah, everything's pretty stable at the moment.
Use overtake.
Okay, understood.
And through we go. There's Max.
Good step there.
P11.
Next car is Russell.
Ten laps to go. Norris leads Perez by 9.5 seconds. Ocon is just a 1.5 seconds behind. I don't think either Ferrari's got the pace to move further forward now.
Pack is low.
Okay.
Focus on recharge.
Okay, understood.
Finally, Nico decides to box, puts on a set of softs, and I bet they're brand new as well, aren't they? Yes, they are. Of course they are. Oh, dear. Right, here's Ocon on Perez. And that's going to be a straightforward pass, and there'll be no real response from Perez, I don't think, as the race progresses. But he can still take a podium here, which would be a huge result, not just for him, but also for Haas, especially with Lawson having retired early on. Has Ocon got enough time now to hunt down Lando?
Charge the pack.
Coming.
Quiet, devibrating.
Another twist in the championship tail as that fault for Leclerc has escalated. And his gearbox is now really starting to struggle. And Hamilton's just taken a second out of him as a result.
Alright, copy that.
Happy to use the tyre more now.
There's Ricciardo in the background. George did just get the DRS. We could yet get both cars in the top 10 here. Fittipaldi's on hard tyres and they are in pretty rough shape compared to our mediums.
Gap ahead, 0.8.
We are not going to move any higher up than this. So we're going to play blocker. We're going to see if we can slow down Fittipaldi to make it easier for George to catch. And we'll give Ricciardo a little bit of a push as well.
Okay, understood.
Gap 0.6.
Yeah, copy.
So we need to introduce more lift and coast.
Copy.
So we need to make sure we stay ahead of him.
Here we go, we get the move done.
Okay.
Oh, Norris has an issue. And that could be yet another critical swing in how this race plays out.
I've lost power. Copy.
Keep your head down.
That's going to be engine for Norris.
Gap 5.1.
Hamilton's lost some time against Leclerc.
Fuel on plan.
There is George.
This is good.
And in the background, Ricciardo.
Lift off end of straight.
Understood.
There he is. In fact, even like this, Fittipaldi has dropped off.
Overtake is
So
available.
let's punch it. Oh, he's going to get the DRS. Yeah, we need to punch it while we can break away from him. Let's go for a fastest lap for George, see if he can get it. I doubt it.
Let's give it everything now. 5 laps remaining when you cross the line.
At the very least, we should break away from Fittipaldi.
Push.
Okay, understood.
P11.
7 seconds the gap between Norris and Ocon.
2.5.
Difference in tyre wear has come down to just a couple of percent, but it's still a faster compound for Ocon. And he doesn't have an engine issue.
How's the tyre?
Just a general note.
Perez is going to hold off Leclerc. Hamilton's not going to be able to challenge Perez either, so unless Perez does something stupid, he's going to get a podium. And that's going to be more points taken away from Charles for Ocon.
1.7. So we think there's still opportunities here.
Five laps remaining.
Use overtake.
Understood.
How quick was our lap for George? At 1:35.7, it's not even close.
And if you can just cool the tyres as much as you can.
Copy.
George, recommend we start bringing the battery back up.
Copy.
Understood.
Recharge on.
Yep, understood.
Recharge on.
Understood. Okay, understood.
There's still opportunities here.
More lift and coast.
Understood.
Gap is 6 seconds. I don't think Ocon's got enough.
Copy.
He's only pulling out 6/10. We've got a yellow flag. Who is that for? It's for Stroll.
Let's see what happened there. Now this one involves Stroll.
Just
And
cutting the
that's where
corner
they
completely.
slightly run off.
Good job.
Next car is Russell.
Understood.
Overtake available.
Okay, understood.
Piastri and Giovinazzi still a long way off the back of Gasly.
No hop done.
Okay, we don't want to lose too much time.
Verstappen now the car behind.
Yeah, Max is going to close up on us.
Okay, maximum pace.
Okay.
Use the pace now.
Recharge on.
Understood.
Three laps remaining.
Yeah.
Right now, Piastri's got a fault.
But there. Oh.
Max has still got enough life in those tyres to be a threat.
Plenty to play for.
Suggest increased light code.
Okay, understood.
Okay, keep looking after the tyre.
Understood.
Time management all good so far? Overtake available.
Okay, understood.
Now let's see if we can break away from Fittipaldi before the end of the lap.
Okay, well done.
Currently you are P10. Next car is Russell.
It's going to be tight. It's going to be very tight. I think he's just going to get the DRS.
So 2 laps at the remaining.
Understood.
He did, just.
Has DRS.
We want maximum pace.
Yeah.
Final lap, Norris is going to hold off Ocon. Leclerc is going to hold off Hamilton. You look at the state of Leclerc's car against Hamilton's in terms of powertrain, and Hamilton should have the difference he needs, but that wing damage is pretty substantial, and he may have other damage that we can't see as well, because he should have been able to breeze past Leclerc. But it's going to be another 3 points for us tonight in the main race to go with the 2 from the sprint. So 5 more points added. Haas are going to close the gap by another 10. They're on for 15 points right now. Ocon's on for 18 points. Leclerc is on for just 12. Hamilton on for 10. So Hamilton will lose a little bit of ground against Leclerc. Ocon will shorten the gap a bit. And Norris develops another fault.
I lost drive or something.
I don't think there's enough time left for that to be an issue. He's only got a couple of corners left to go.
Recharge on is good.
Okay.
Norris wins. Ocon will take second. Perez is going to bring it home for a podium.
It's all over. Norris picks up first place.
Astounding. I don't think anyone would deny them their victory lap after a race like that.
There he is, crossing the line. Hamilton is suddenly right on the back of Leclerc. Where did that come from? One more lap, Hamilton would have got him. And it will be 4th for Leclerc, 5th for Hamilton though. Tsunoda takes 6th. Stroll will bring it home in 7th place. There's Porsche. 8th place and more points for him. Max has taken Fittipaldi for 11th, but he's not going to get... Well, he might get the fastest lap. We'll see if he gets the bonus point.
Okay, so
2 more points for George. Another point for Ricciardo.
Yeah, that's the checkered flag.
Max crosses the line in 11th and may well get the bonus point, because I have seen it paid out in 11th before.
Today, Sergio Perez was a true hero, and he deserves every cheer he gets.
Definitely a well-deserved podium. You've got to say their race strategy was very good indeed.
The team has been waiting patiently there, and you can see just how much it means to each and every one of them. Lando Norris certainly loves a podium, heading up there now to celebrate again.
That takes him up to 3 wins this season. They proved just so hard to beat.
So, ladies and gentlemen, your podium for the United States Grand Prix. Well, Karun, how do you think they'll be feeling in the team garage at the end of that?
It was a strangely mixed weekend for them. We saw one driver put in a strong performance, but it was a different story for the other. Definitely positives there, though.
And with that, our time in Texas now draws to a close.
We're nearing the end of the season, and it's time for some serious heat. Stay with us as Formula One moves to Mexico City.
So then, confirmation of the final result for the United States Grand Prix. It is a win for Lando, his 3rd win of the season. Ocon takes 2nd. Perez gets a podium, and I think that officially makes this his best season. As if memory serves, he didn't get a single podium for Red Bull last season. And he's got 1 here for Haas with 5 rounds to go. So I think he's gone better this year than he did in the Red Bull, especially when we consider the performance difference between the Red Bull and the Haas. What a season he's having. Leclerc in 4th place, just holding back Hamilton. It's so close across the line, less than 0.3 of a second in the end. Tsunoda up into 6th place, then it's Stroll in 7th. More solid points for RB. Porsche in 8th place, and then what a great race for Russell. 9 places gained. Could have been more for Ricciardo. Could have been him instead of George that was getting 9th if we hadn't botched his first pit stop call and kept him out a lap too long. But it's 3 more points to go with a 2 from the sprint, so I will happily take those. Should boost their confidence a little bit as well, their mood going forward. Max 11th and does get the point for the fastest lap look. So that is a point for him. Then it's Fittipaldi in 12th. Another strong result for Fittipaldi. That Sauber is suddenly looking a little bit pacey. Hulkenberg in 13th. Sainz in 14th. Alonso 15th. 16th for Zhou. Gasly 17th. Disaster for Oscar and Giovinazzi 18th and 19th. Especially for Giovinazzi having fought his way up the order after a poor qualifying, and Piastri having another bad race. I think we might be able to approach him and get him in the team, because his mentality's got to be suffering this year. Then the retirements: Van Dorn, Lawson, and Valtteri Bottas at the bottom there. Let's see what's happened to the drivers' standings. Leclerc still leads, but his gap has come down again. 350 points for the Monegasque driver. 6 wins for him so far this season. Ocon moves up into 2nd place. 2 points clear now of Lewis Hamilton, and the gap is down to 32. It is closing. Lewis even took a point in total out of Charles this weekend. So he is 34 points behind his teammate. 5 rounds to go. 2 of which are sprints, a lot of points still up for grabs. And Lando's win almost brings him into the equation as well. He's a little bit further off, 57 points behind Leclerc, but he is definitely back in the picture a little bit. 3 points this weekend for Piastri on 180. He's now 113 behind his teammate, a long way back. No points again for Giovinazzi, still stuck on 117. Porsche closing the gap to him a little bit. Tsunoda gaining some points as well. George is now 2 points ahead of Stroll, having been outscored today. but holding on to 9th place. Perez moves up into 11th place with that podium and a point from the sprint as well. Sainz dropping down into 12th place. Ricciardo stays 13th, pulls an extra point. He's on 42 points now. Then it's Hulkenberg on 13, Gasly on 12, Bottas on 7, 6 for Lawson, 5 for Verstappen, 1 point for Fernando, and then the non-scorers, Joe ahead of Fittipaldi and Van Dorn now dropping to 22nd. In the constructor standings, honours even just about between Ferrari and McLaren. 33 points for Ferrari this weekend, 34 for McLaren. They closed the gap by 1 point, but it's not enough, and I don't even know if it's mathematically possible for McLaren to close up. I think it is just still, let's see, it's what, 44 points maximum available each weekend, 5 rounds, so that's over 200. That's what, 220 points plus the sprint, so another 15. So yeah, 250 points available, but the gap is huge. I think Ferrari have definitely got one hand on that trophy. Red Bull in 3rd place have lost a little bit of ground to McLaren. They're on 435 points, 38 behind. They can still catch McLaren, but they need both of their cars to be finishing strongly to do that. RB move up into 4th place. They have finally caught and passed Mercedes, and they have been consistently scoring points this year. Mercedes, not so much. We have picked up another 5 points. We're on to 110 now. Haas onto 68 in 7th. Williams with an extra point, now on 17 in 8th place. That's 4 points clear now of Aston Martin, who are 9th. Then it's Sauber 10th with 7. Alpine still 11th with just the 1 point. Let's see what we did in the pit stops. Only 6th. Wow, we had a 2.19 second stop, and we were only good enough for 6th. So the slowest of the top 10 was a 2.20 for Porsche. Yeah, we were not even close. Look, we were 2.55 was the best stop there for Ricciardo. He was not even close. But is that our quickest stop of the season? Yes, it is. 2.19 seconds. I thought it was. We do pick up a few extra points and just pull away a little bit from RB, who did not get any points tonight. So we almost have a 30-point cushion. We're 29 points clear. Alpine have stretched away from us a bit further, though. Another 8 points away from us. 41 behind them now. Red Bull are still top. They were outscored, but they're a long way clear. It's unlikely that McLaren will catch them. Mercedes got some good points as well. That stretched the lead over Ferrari. No points for Aston. They stay in 5th place. RB 8th. Williams 9th. Haas 10th. And Sauber 11th. And we ended up paying out the bonus to Ricciardo. I forgot about that goddamn bonus. So 670,000 and change added to our bank balance there. Tommy Smith has gained a rating point up to 59 now. Still lagging behind where he should be, unfortunately. He's got 1 year left to prove himself to us. And the cars almost came through unscathed. Both underfloors have failed, though. And the suspension has also failed. Advanced time a few days. We don't quite have enough to get another wing research project going yet. Got another chassis now. Let's take stock of our missing parts. Let's have a look. So we've got a spare chassis. We are going to leave the parts that way round. Everything that we need to fix can be fixed. So we have a spare underfloor there, and we have a spare underfloor there. It's high risk, so that one's going to break at the end of the race as well, after Mexico. And the suspension that failed was an old Mark 1 suspension that we took off Ricardo, and a better part, a newer part went on there for George. How many spares do I have? One for each driver. Okay, let's see what that's done to mentality. Ricardo has perked up a bit, as you would expect. Stats back up to 82, so gained 4 points over where he was before COTA. George has actually perked up a little bit as well. Now he's gone up a couple of points himself. So yeah, that's worked out nicely for us. We do have very little left in the way of spare parts though. One chassis spare for each driver. I've got a couple of spare front wings for each driver, a spare rear wing for each driver, a spare side pod for each driver, a spare underfloor and a spare suspension. Hopefully I can get through the rest of the season without having to buy any more replacement parts. It would be nice. I need another 28,000, well, less than 28,000, 27,000 and change to be able to get another wing project, another front wing project done. We'll be able to do that when we come back from Mexico. Let's check in. Design Center has now ticked down. How expensive is that? Not good. Not good. This is why I was desperately hoping that we would get a mandatory sponsor activity this month. Still happy to leave the boardroom as is. They're satisfied on finances now. That debt is almost cleared off. Another excellent result for the board. You can see we've now got a whole page there of delighteds. High confidence because we are still comfortably achieving our goals. We are 6th in the constructors and a long way clear of 8th. And we have got 14 of 12 now in the long term. That is being emphatically completed this year. So that is it for tonight. When we come back tomorrow, usual time, 8 p.m, we will be doing round 20 and heading to the Autodromo Hermanos Rodriguez for the Mexican Grand Prix. And then on Saturday on Twitch, I'll be doing the next 2 Grand Prix for the Porsche series. So I hope you'll join me there. I'll be doing that from the usual time of 4 p.m. on Twitch on Saturday. And Sunday, I am planning on doing some multiplayer online for Empire of Ants on Twitch. Probably looking to start that around about the same sort of time, around 4 p.m. So do hope you join me for that as well. Don't forget, you can also check out the Empire of Ants series. There are 5 parts live now, I think. 4 parts live, I think. Yeah, part 5 goes live tomorrow. And I will have more of that going up over the weekend as well. So do keep an eye out for those. And then Monday, we'll be back here on YouTube again for round 21 as we head to Brazil for the penultimate sprint of the weekend, sprint weekend of the season. So plenty of stuff to come on the channel. And I might even be able to get my Peugeot logo tutorial done this weekend as well. Yeah, that logo is proving to be a real pain to get done, but it will be there at some point. So yeah, that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed tonight's race. If you have, please do drop a like. If you're not yet subscribed, please consider subscribing as well, and I'll be back with more F1 Manager very soon.